Hey, Chef Ryan from the flour+water. Hey, Chef Ryan here. We're in the flour+water test kitchen again. Wanted to show you my version of a spicy shrimp scampi featuring flour+water spaghetti. All of our recipes, our goal is to create a pan sauce that's ready to go by the time the pasta's cooked. And that means we're talking 15-minute dinners here. The only thing I have to do for this particular recipe ahead of time is peeling and deveining these medium shrimp. We're gonna save the peel because all the flavor that's locked into the shells of the shrimp, we're gonna take advantage of that by making the easiest stock you've ever seen. I should like get nervous. Those cameras on me. Shrimp hair. Right. What I've done here for this quick and easy stock is I've heated up some store-bought vegetable stock and I just pour it over the shells. The heat of it being at a boil is gonna really bring out all of that flavor. Let that steep, 20 minutes, we're ready. So let's cook some pasta. So I'm dropping a pound or a box of the flour+water spaghetti into my boiling salted water and setting a timer for 10 minutes. While the spaghetti's cooking, the first thing I'm gonna do is give these shrimp a quick sear. So I've got a hot pan here, and my goal is to get quick caramelization on both sides, and then I'm gonna get them out of the pan before we continue the sauce so they don't overcook while the spaghetti's boiling. While that second side gets a little bit of caramelization, I'm gonna take this opportunity to give my spaghetti a little bit of a stir. Remember, we don't want that pasta falling to the bottom of the pan and scorching. We also want it to cook evenly, so I'm constantly moving it through the whole process. So at this point, I've got good caramelization on both sides. I'm gonna pull them off. They are not cooked through, but we know we're gonna finish them in a little bit. All of that flavor that's developed from searing the shrimp is gonna be the key to a delicious, fast pasta sauce. Garlic. So we're gonna keep the heat on the saute pan. I'm turning it down to medium and adding a little bit more olive oil. And we're gonna add garlic, which is really the quintessential ingredient in a scampi. It's really all about garlic and parsley. For this, we're gonna just do a real thin shave of the garlic. Shaved garlic in the pan. We're just gonna move that around. It's gonna saute pretty quick, and we don't wanna get any bitterness by overcooking the garlic. So for about 30 seconds, I'm just gonna keep moving it. Once the room smells like garlic and you see a little bit of caramelization on the outside, we're gonna add a little bit of chili flake. Once that chili flake has a chance to toast just slightly in the pan, we're gonna deglaze with some dry white wine. It's gonna add some acidity to the finished pan sauce. Next step, adding the cheater shrimp stock that we made from before. All I did was strain off the shells from that veg stock. I'm gonna use half and reserve the rest for finishing the pan sauce. While that comes up to a boil, we're gonna check the spaghetti. I wanna check for doneness, and as you know, we're finishing in the pan sauce, so I want this to be slightly underdone, which we're there. So our shrimp is cooked, the spaghetti's ready to go. At this point, the recipe comes together very, very quickly. So first thing we wanna do, we're gonna strain off the spaghetti, but we have to save a little bit of that pasta water. So as we know, it adds a ton of seasoning, but also is gonna help with that sauce cling when the spaghetti actually hits the pan. Spaghetti goes in the pan. All those beautiful shrimp that we seared back in the pan. It's gonna give them a chance to finish cooking. We're gonna add a little bit of butter. We're gonna chop up some herbs, add a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Just taking a whole bunch of parsley, rolling it up, and running my knife through it. Half a bunch will do. Throw that in the pan. We're using a touch of fish sauce, which adds a bunch of umami and saltiness and savoriness that really just amplifies the shrimp flavor. I'm gonna add a couple of fresh mint leaves to the recipe. For acidity, we're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice, but waste of a lemon not to get the skin involved as well. So before you do that, just take it over fine zester. All the essential oils of the lemon are gonna come out and bring brightness, and then the true acidity is gonna come from the juice. So 1 lemon is the perfect amount for this amount of pasta. It's really gonna brighten up the shrimp. At this point, we're gonna check for consistency, which it's definitely a little dry. We're gonna add the rest of that quick shrimp stock that we made. We're gonna hit it with just a little bit of salt, and then we're ready to plate. Nice generous portion of spaghetti. And one extra layer of spice that I really enjoy. This is a very not Italian ingredient, chili crunch. It just really adds to that base level of heat that we got from the chili flakes. And that is our quick and easy version of shrimp scampi with flour and water spaghetti.